All right, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. As you know, I love my morning departures. It's a beautiful early morning here at Auckland International in New Zealand. We're going to take this Air New Zealand A320 Neo down to one of the most beautiful airports to arrive into in the world, Queenstown, on the South Island of New Zealand. So we're obviously going to be using PACX. We're going to be using the fly-by-wire Pushback Express and fly-by-wire for the A320. So let's go and get that launched so long. And then we can start getting our aircraft set up and getting passengers boarding. So I'm going to bring this window across. Oops. Just mute that before it starts picking up things like flaps. Let's just reset that. Right, there we go. So let's go ahead and we'll mute it again. Let's just run our pre-flight events and that'll start getting power to our aircraft. And there comes our jetway. Once that's connected, we can start boarding our passengers. Right, there we go. Let's go inside. Right, so he has started setting things up. Let's get our passengers boarding so that can start so long. There we go. Alright, there we go. Just quickly had to reassign my audio outputs in PACX. So let's come up here, turn that on. That guy should be on. That can come up. And these we will set to nav. That all looks good for now. Auto arm. And we can set our weight and balance for today.
Okay, I'm out for the walk around.
Right, so let's come in here, actually, just load our sim brief plan. That's correct, and then we can come here, and we shall see we need 7,700, so we'll make it 7,800 probably. Get that fuel loaded. Why does this always reset to instant? Because I'm a baddie and I updated and I forgot to check. Okay, zero fuel weight we can't use. We need to use takeoff weight. Cool, so zero fuel weight, no, sorry, takeoff weight 67.4. We are currently 62. So I'm going to push this up. 67.5 will work. Okay, so that's set. And then let's just actually get these displays a bit brighter. Right, so let's get our route set up. So we'll come in here. Actually, what I do want to do is let's go and get weather so long. Oh, right, we haven't loaded our flight yet. Okay, let's request from SimBrief, and it should pick it up. Right, now we can jump back here and we should get weather for our departure, arrival, and alternate. So let's send that.
Hi, I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Okay, there we go. And we'll print that. We don't have any information for Queenstown. That's going to be interesting. Right, while that's printing out, let's come back in here and just load this up. And what was our block? 78. Double check that that is there. So we'll put 700 in because it's going to go down a bit because of the APU. Right, minimum at destination is 2, and we are expecting to have 5, and we'll be above minimums even if we have to divert to Christchurch. Okay, if we come back here, departure runway for today, 23 left, and we're doing Levra 1 Papa. So if we come in here, 23 left, and we'll look for Levra 1 Papa, insert that guy. Let's come down here. Yeah, so it is direct from there. So we can close that. Okay, if we scroll back up, we are arriving runway 23 as well. So we have an arrival, Updam for Bravo. So we'll go in here, we'll look for, it'll be RNAV because there is no ILS as far as I remember. Yeah. So RNAV 23 and Updam for Bravo. Do we come by one of those waypoints? Ogped or Atkill? No. Cool. Insert that. Alright, that looks good. We'll have a look at that route just now. Let's get some lights on here too. Okay, I need to grab you from here, and then we can come and have a look. So, scatter clouds at 1,100 and 2,900. QNH 1006, temperature 21. We don't have any information for Queenstown. Let's dial this to 1006. Today we're cruising, I think it's 36,000. Yeah, so we'll go straight up to 36,000. What? What was the name? Levra 1 Papa. Oh, there it is. Just blind. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so pretty simple. Is this one Papa here, or is that? No, we are going this way. Okay, so runway heading until, what's that, 6? Yeah, it's RNAV, so it doesn't actually matter. So runway heading, OSIP 175 degrees, lever, and then we'll continue on down this way. Let's go and have a look at the airport diagram. So we are...
Hi, the security and
We're
safety
over
checks
here
are
at
all
the
done.
domestic
Are
terminal.
you good to start boarding?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we're over here, taking off 23, so we'll push to face east, and we'll taxi Bravo 4, and then Alpha hold short Alpha 1. Request ATC clearance. Request ATC clearance.
Clearance delivery. Good morning. It is at the gate with the numbers. Requesting ATC clearance. Okay, cleared to our destination as filed. Squawk code is as assigned.
Check the box.
Okay.
Okay, our ideas are aligned. He'll set all of that up, so I think we are good to go. We just need to do this. Okay, so we'll do flaps 2. What's the temperature outside? 21, so let's do 40. Right, V1 122, V1 121, rotate 122, V2 126, transition altitude 13,000 feet.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bins. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we will be happy to assist you. After you put your carry-on items in the overhead bin and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Also, be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down so that way other passengers can get by you. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities and the safety card provided for you. Please make sure that you are able and willing to perform these actions. If you're not, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be reseated. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed 1 feet apart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Alright, are you ready for the takeoff briefing? Are you ready for the takeoff briefing?
Ready.
Okay, weather. Nothing too significant on departure. A few clouds, scattered clouds, 1,100, scattered at 2,900. Temperature is 21, dew point 19. QNH 1006 is set. No sig. And nothing significant to worry about in terms of weather. Our winds are 240 at 6 knots, so we'll have a little bit of a crosswind. Right, terrain today, if we go back to our SID chart. Okay, so MSA today will be 2,800 feet. Our airport elevation is 23 feet. Our SID today is the Lever 1 Papa chart 10-3 November. It is an RNAV SID, and the route and waypoints are loaded into the MCDU. Taxi route, if we go back, it's very simple. We'll push to face east, over here at the domestic terminals, right on Bravo 4, and then all the way down to Alpha 1. We'll hold short at 23 left at Alpha 1. Okay, we're flexing today to 40 degrees, flaps 2, takeoff, V speeds, V1 121, rotate 122, and V2 126, transition level 13,000 feet. Fuel, we have 7.7 tons of fuel on board, and we are expected to land with 2 tons. We're expecting to land with around 5. And if we have to divert, we'll still have an extra 1.6 tons over our minimum destination required fuel. Right, that's our departure for today. Down to Queenstown. Any questions?
No questions.
Okay, let's check in with the cabin crew and see how the boarding is going.
Hey, how's boarding going back there?
We're still boarding. Let us know if you need anything.
Okay, let's just speed this up so it matches.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Oops, I made it a bit ahead, but that's fine. Thank you.
No problem, have a safe flight.
Before start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On. On and auto.
ADAs.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
7,700 kilograms.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Baro ref.
1006. Set.
1006. Set. Down to the line.
Right, so let's wait for our passengers to finish boarding and then we'll complete that. What we can do now is jump outside and let's call up this guy and set up our pushback. So we said push to face east, so we want to be aiming that way. So we'll push to around here somewhere. Okay, so let's get that up.
Go ahead, flight deck.
That's not what I wanted. We will be ready shortly.
Roger.
Okay, that's fine. We'll get him hooked up because we'll be ready in 3 minutes or so in any case. So the distance, we need a little bit less. Let's maybe do, it's not 76, 73. That looks a little bit better. And we'll do that. Will it be 73, 73? That looks good. Cool. Let's go and hide that, and we can hide that guy as well.
Someone's still finding their way to their seat, so we'll be ready shortly.
Okay, so they're having a seating issue. So let's just let them know we're gonna have a slight delay. Passenger incident. And
From the flight deck, this is your first officer speaking. Unfortunately, due to a passenger-related situation, we are going to be very slightly behind schedule. We do apologize for this flight inconvenience.
Not sure what the jetway is reconnecting. I think there was just a trigger because this ended to, which is kind of just toggles the jetway, but because it was already disconnected, it's now reconnecting. I'm not sure why it actually disconnected in the first place, but it's fine. This is our boarding is almost done, and then we'll go ahead and carry on with our before start checklist.
We're ready to go when you are.
Okay, there we go. Yes,
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
thank you. Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Good morning, ladies and
Thrust
gentlemen, and
levers.
welcome aboard flight
Addon.
629. Our flight time
Parking
will be roughly
brake.
1 hour
Set.
and 37 minutes.
Before
Now that
start
the cabin door
checklist
is
complete.
Closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now
Request
shut down
pushback and start
safe.
clearance.
Please fasten your seatbelt
Ground.
and make sure that all
Requesting
tray
pushback
tables
and
seat
start
backs are
clearance.
full upright in position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare
Okay,
cabin for
cleared to
departure.
push and start.
Cabin crew arm slides and cross check. We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
Brakes released.
Pushing back.
Okay, we'll just wait for him to give us clearance to start, and then we will fire up the engines.
You are cleared behind and you start your engines at your discretion.
Starting engine 2.
Check.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the flight attendant for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is fastened, please make sure that your seatbelts are fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire flight as you may experience unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band behind your head, tighten the straps if necessary, and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires
Pushback complete. Set parking brakes, please.
and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member
Brake
of the
set.
crew advises you it is safe to
Roger.
exit.
Okay, the tow bar is disconnected and the equipment is clear. We will see you on the left side with the pin.
Under your seat or between the
You can
armrests.
go to hand
When
signals.
instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Twist it over your
You are
chin.
cleared to
Wrap the
disconnect and
strap
go to
around
hand
your waist and
signals.
buckle at the front. Hold the strap in tight.
Thanks. Have a good flight.
Place
See you
the
later.
vest firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft.
Starting engine
If
1.
it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for manual inflation. This vest is equipped with a whistle and a light. If you need to, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Please make sure to exit the aircraft as soon as possible and leave your belongings. Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information and more can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Off.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
Set and checked.
Rudder trim.
0.
After start checklist complete.
Request taxi clearance.
Ground. Good morning. It's ready to taxi. Cleared to taxi.
Flight controls check.
Ready. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudder check.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Right, here we go. Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Okay, I made this mistake last time as well. Let me just go and assign this tiller control. Right, now I should have steering. There we go. Before takeoff checklist.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flat setting.
Config 2.
Config 2. V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
Flexing 40 degrees.
V1, 1, 2, 1, VR, 1, 2, 2, V2, 1, 2, 6, flex temp, 4, 0 degrees, ATC.
Set.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff no blue.
Down to the line.
Below the line.
Approach path clear of traffic. Takeoff runway.
23 left, confirmed.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
TCAS.
TARA.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
PACX.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Ready?
Ready.
Takeoff.
Check. Thrust set.
Land flex 40, SRS runway, auto thrust blue.
100 knots. Checked. V1, rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up. Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Gear up. Flaps 1.
Autopilot 1 on. Flaps 0.
Speed checked. Flaps 0.
After takeoff climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
PACX.
On.
Down to the line.
Alright, I don't know, but the version of the fly-by-wire A320 that I'm on at the moment just seems really overpowered. It's like 2 seconds and we're at rotate speed and we're up in the air. But anyway, maybe it's just because we aren't super heavy. Beautiful departure here out of Auckland, New Zealand. So transition altitude 13,000 feet. So we're waiting for that before we set standard, and then we'll finish off our after takeoff climb checklist. Right, expecting to arrive in about an hour and a half. Coming up to 10,000 feet, first officer should turn off the landing lights. There we go. And we'll speed up to about 290 knots.
Aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page via small key for internet access. We do offer complimentary in-flight communications to our partners. To connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be able to access our wide range of free live streams and PBE libraries.
Clear rad nav.
Okay.
Seatbelts off.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when needed in case of unexpected turbulence.
Right, Set standard.
Standard cross-checked. Passing flight level 149. Now.
Check. Below the line.
Okay.
Below the line. Below the line.
Baro ref.
Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff, climb checklist complete.
Right, so now it's just a case of powering up to our cruise altitude and then cruising down to Queenstown. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so we're coming up to top of descent. Well, let's just do some calculations here. We are at 35,000 or 36,000, and we need to go down to, let me check this again. So at Queenstown, no, it's not picking it up at all. Interesting. But if I remember, I think it's 11,000 initially we can see there. Basically down to 1,200 feet, but that's at the airport. So let's put in 1.3. I suppose we'd probably do 2,000 feet. So let's come here and say 2,000. So at 107 miles, so we'll add 10% onto that, so we'll do 117-ish. And we're currently 185 according to this. Alright, so we've got a little way to go first before we arrive. I wonder why this isn't picking up charts. It's very strange. Let me see if I use the Navigraph app. Yeah, so that works fine. So, what is our arrival? So we're doing the on-over approach for runway 23, and our star is Shutdown for Bravo. Right, so if I bring this across, we can have a look quickly. So we're coming here from Davot, Popon, and then in here. And then this is our actual arrival to the runway. So we're not landing over the water, that's 05. We're landing from the other side. So our initial, or our final approach fix is actually at 3,300. So let's set that up. And we should put that in here as well. Just get an updated 103 miles, so 113 miles we'll start our descent. Currently at 169, but that's obviously our track miles to go. So we'll probably start shortly. Let's, however, you see now, the charts doesn't pick it up, and neither does this. So if we go to weather, let's see if it picks up Queenstown this time, otherwise I'll have to just get it from somewhere else. Yeah, so it doesn't pick up Queenstown at all, which is weird. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. I don't know if this is going to be in range though, to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's close enough. Okay, I'll get it from somewhere else quickly. So let's go to performance so long. Okay, so we have QNH. Is 1012. Temperature is 6. And wind 216 at 6, which means runway 23 is still the best option, and we'll do 200. Oh right, we'll have to go ahead and get this guy because it's Sparrow only. So Decision height 2709, which is 1,538 feet. Let's bring this guy back up. You have control?
I have control.
Okay, what else do we need? Are you ready for the approach brief?
Ready.
Okay, so we are doing the RNAV arrival into runway 23 for Queenstown. It is all set and programmed in. The plate number is 12-21, effective 2nd of December 21. Okay, speeds are loaded and we've checked all of that. Runway 23 we've said. It is not an ILS, it is an RNAV arrival. Minimums are set at 2,709 feet barrow. And then we have a final approach fix altitude of 3,300 feet, which is set for when we start our descent, which we will after this. It will be auto brake low, and we'll be using reverse thrust as well. We are expecting to vacate. It's a fairly short runway, so we should actually be able to just vacate straight off at Alpha 4 or Alpha 3. It'll probably be Alpha 3, and then we taxi in to the stand from there. Our stand is Romeo 1 is our stand. And that's pretty much straight off Alpha 3, so we'll kind of just go straight in. Right. If we have to go around, we will simply keep the aircraft on managed nav, and we climb to 10,000 feet because of the mountains. On go around we climb to 10,000 feet and we will follow the RNAV missed approach procedure, and then from there it ends up with holding at Sungu waypoint, and from there we can decide if we need to return or divert. We're not expecting to need to divert because the weather looks fine. However, there are some clouds and we have a pretty high decision height, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, auto brake low is set, no failures or any concerns. Let's double check the fuel. Right, we're predicting to land with 4.5 tons, minimum of 2, and if we have to divert, we've got enough to go to our alternate of Christchurch. Any questions?
No questions.
I have control.
You have control.
Right, I think we're going to start our descent now. Might be slightly early, but that's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt
This really
sign.
is a beautiful place to fly. I think the airport, it's down there somewhere, so we might, I don't know how low these clouds are. They look pretty low because of the mountains, but I think once you get down into the valley, it's probably not a big deal, but we'll see as we come through there what it looks like. because coming down through the clouds into this area is really, really pretty. Actually getting a little bumpy here, but we do have the seatbelt signs on, so that's alright. Okay, we are just dropping like a stone. Yeah, it's getting quite bumpy over the mountains here. It is actually getting really bumpy, which is a little worrying. Right, what is... So we need to be below 24,000 and above 15. So let's just reduce our glide angle a bit. Wow, it is crazy bumpy. See, I think the airport is down there somewhere. Let's just look. Yeah, that makes sense. It's off. Yeah, I think it's in there.
Cabin crew, prepare for arrival.
Okay, so we need to make sure we're above 15,000 feet. Crossing up down. We're looking okay for now. Is that where the airport is? I actually don't think it is. It's more this side. Or there, probably. Right, now we're starting our turn towards the airport, so we should be above 15,000, below 24, so we're looking good. See, now that shouldn't happen. So we had a speed restriction here, 250. We shouldn't speed up after that, we should stay at 250, which we will do. Okay, above 11,000 at the next waypoint. I think we can speed up our descent a little bit. And then at the next waypoint we need to be at 210 knots. Okay, interesting that we're turning back this way now. I suppose the turbulence is not helping us here. A little bit of cloud to go through. Nothing too hectic. Where is the airport from here? So it is kind of over there somewhere. Right, so there's our transition level. So let's go 1012 is our QNH, and that is set. QNH 1012 set. QNH 1012 set.
1012 set, passing 13,900.
Wait, does that say below
We have
11,000?
begun
No,
our final
above.
descent into your destination. Flight attendants will be passengers and cabins select any track
Nothing seems to know
119.
Queenstown
Please
exists.
ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat.
Approach checklist.
Please complete all
Briefing.
Wi-Fi related tasks.
Confirmed.
Stow any larger electronics.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Seatbelts.
On.
Barrow ref.
1012 set.
1012 set, minimum.
(2,709 feet) set. 2,709 feet set. Set and checked.
2709 set, engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist complete.
Okay, so above 11,000, as long as we're below 17,000, we're fine. And to there, we want to be at 11,000. And I think that is the airport there. Or possibly there. That is pretty much straight in front of us, so it's there, I think. Yeah, that looks like it could be a runway over there. Right, we're gonna level off here at 11,000. Doesn't appear to have done anything. Oh, there we go. It's maybe leveling off a little bit. What is our next altitude? 6,800. Yeah, so the fly-by-wire currently doesn't have the ability to actually obey the constraints as you descend, even in managed mode, which is a little bit of an issue when you're trying to do RNAV approaches, but we'll do our best. So what did I say was next? Was it 6.8? Yeah. Okay, so let's actually try and give this a bit of a hand here. We are going to get to come through the clouds a little bit. Right, so that's the landing lights coming on at 10,000 feet. I'm going to slow it to 210 knots. Right, I think we're going to need a little bit of speed brake here. So we'll do that to bring the speed down now. The flaps 1 will extend, what's that, 230. Yeah, 230.
Radar altimeter alive. 1,000 to go.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Activate approach phase.
Approach phase activated.
Okay, oh, that bank angle was quite steep. What's our next altitude? 5,200. So we're sort of on the right profile here. Flaps 2.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Right, so I think we kind of go in here and around and we land over there. Don't think we can see the runway yet, but it's over there. So we kind of come around like this and in. Are there any more speed restrictions for us? No. Okay, next altitude is 4,200. But the 3 degrees is working kind of nicely now. We're almost spot on
1,000
with
to
our
go.
altitude, which is pretty good. We're about 80 feet
2,500.
ahead of where we should be, so let's make this 2.9. Okay, so there's Larav, which is our final approach fix. No, that's not what I wanted. So from Larav, it's a glide path angle of 3.2 degrees. Get down.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Flaps 3.
Speed checked. Gear down. Flaps 3.
Flaps full.
Speed checked. Flaps
100 above.
full.
Minimum.
Continue.
Checked.
Landing checklist.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Low.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist complete. Pitch. Sync rate.
1,000.
Set altitude 10,000.
Five 500. $400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel. $70 knots.
reached our destination. The local time is 9:03 a.m. and it's currently about 10 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have been shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
Off the landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
APU.
Start.
Radar.
Off.
Predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist complete.
Okay, so I'm right on short final there. I don't know why, but the auto thrust kind of started just running away with us, which is why I throttled back manually like that. I'm not sure how we should actually park. We should probably go... I don't think this aircraft can't follow that line to turn because our engines and wings would hit that fence. I think we'll just stay where we are. I mean, all three of these... Oh, I see. We should have been in that gate, but there's a little aircraft there. I think that's probably where we would have gone in reality. But anyway, APU should be online now, so let's take APU lead. And we'll go ahead and shut down the engines. We can also turn off taxi lights and turn off lights. Cabin crew disarm slides and cross check. Parking checklist.
APU bleed.
On.
Engines.
Off.
Seat belts.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Nav logo on. Nav logo on.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking brake and chocks.
On and out.
Parking checklist complete.
Right, so we'll let the passengers disembark, and that is going to bring us to the end of this awesome flight for Air New Zealand down from Auckland to Queenstown. I must say I'm still having a bit of issues with performance with the fly-by-wire A320. Obviously it's still in development, so these things are going to happen, but anyway, I really enjoy flying around New Zealand. It's a really pretty part of the world. But that's going to bring us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, you know what to do down below, and I'll see you in the next one.